On Friday, Chinese Foreign Minister Qin Gang urged Germany to avoid any confrontations as Beijing continued its diplomatic push to strengthen ties with Europe. The two nations must cooperate and not engage in a zero-sum consultation or bloc confrontation, said Qin after holding talks with his German counterpart Annalena Baerbock. Baerbock, who is currently on a trip to China, cautioned against a military escalation in the Taiwan Strait, emphasizing that it would be a horror scenario for the whole world. Europe has been closely monitoring Baerbock's visit to China, particularly after French President Emmanuel Macron's recent comments about Taiwan. After Taiwanese President Tsai Ing-wen met with U.S. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy in California last week, the People's Liberation Army conducted a large drill around the island, including simulated precision strikes. The drill has raised global concerns about a possible escalation in the Taiwan Strait. However, Macron warned Europe not to become an American vassal and be dragged into a confrontation between China and the United States over the island. After meeting with Qin, Baerbock told reporters that Germany is monitoring the tensions in the Taiwan Strait with great concern and had warned China against using force. She stated that conflicts can only be resolved peacefully, and a unilateral and violent change in the status quo would not be acceptable to Europeans. Baerbock highlighted that half of global trade and 70% of semiconductors pass through the Taiwan Strait, making the free passage crucial to European economic interests. Qin, however, blamed foreign forces supporting the self-ruled island's independent separatist forces for the growing tensions. He added that one must have a clear-cut stand against Taiwan independence if one wants peace in the Taiwan Strait. Baerbock, who is a stern critic of Beijing, also called on China to persuade Russia to stop the war in Ukraine. She questioned why China's position so far did not include a call on Russia to stop the war. Qin, on the other hand, promised that China would not sell arms to parties involved in the Ukraine war. He stated that China had a prudent and responsible attitude and regulated the export of dual-use items that could be used for the war. Qin also urged parties involved in the conflict to remain objective and calm and work together towards finding a peaceful solution. He emphasized that China's proposition was to persuade and promote talks, and that they would not do anything to add fuel to the fire. In recent months, Germany has been seeking to reduce its trade reliance on China, and instead diversify its economic ties with other countries. However, Qin reassured Germany that there is no need to worry about economic over-reliance as long as the two countries remain open. He added that China has never worried about Germany, even though China-Germany trade accounts for over 30% of its total trade with Europe. The two ministers met in the northern port city of Tianjin before traveling together to Beijing. Baerbock also met with Chinese Vice President Han Zheng and Wang Yi, the country's foreign policy chief, in the capital. Overall, Qin's message to Germany was one of cooperation and openness, emphasizing that it is counterproductive to artificially put the brakes on economic cooperation. The meetings and discussions between the two nations highlight the importance of diplomacy in maintaining peaceful and mutually beneficial relationships between nations. How do you feel about this? Make sure to leave your opinions in the comments. Like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe.